I'm Piotr. Welcome to Daily Elastic Bytes. In the previous episode, we've seen traces in Java and how to monitor our application thanks to auto instrumentation. In this episode, we're going to see what to do if the spans added automatically by OTel agent aren't enough for our needs. Sometimes it's useful to have our own spans or spans with custom data just to better reflect the flow happening in our system. Such spans can reflect technical actions like DB transactions, but also business events. It all depends on our needs. To demonstrate how custom spans can be made, we're going to use OpenTelemetry demo, which you can find on GitHub. Please navigate to Add Service class in the Add Service module. Before we start creating custom spans, we need to make sure that OTel API dependencies are added to our project. In the demo project, this is done in the build Gradle file in the dependencies sections like here. For Maven, we have to do something similar in the POM XML file. Then we need to add the spans manually in the source code of our system. Let's focus on the getAdsByCategory method, which shows a really easy way of creating custom spans. All that's needed is an annotation which has the argument that will end up as the span name. It is useful if the span carries more data. The most common way to add it is by using attributes. We can do that either using span attribute annotation, for example to capture method arguments, or by calling setAttribute method explicitly. To obtain a current span, as there can be only one span active when we send OTel data, we simply call span.current, and that's really it. Now, when we try to explore traces in Kibana, all we need to find such a trace is to search for it using Applications Traces Explorer and go for the following query: span.name : and here we put the name of the span, and we can find it then in the trace that it belongs to. As you can see, the span ended up in our observability backend, and now we can see the attributes we added manually, like apps adds category, along with the ones that were added automatically. For example, the agent version, the host, details about process, or service, which covers, for example, the JVM, flavor, and version. Another example can be the getRandomAdds method when the spans are created in vanilla way without annotations. Here we are using a global instance of Tracer to build spans manually. So first we build the span, then we start it, then we can add any number of attributes or events or other data we need, and then finally it's important not to forget to call span.end. And now we can try to find this span in Kibana as well. So let's go back here and go for span.name getRandomAdds, and here it is, as you can see. Please note that both spans were put correctly in the waterfall diagram, depicting their relationship with their parent span, which is getAdds1. When investigating a span, also it's worth it to keep in mind that, for example, you can click here investigate and show the trace in the service map, so we can get better understanding what's happening, what's causing this span to exist, and where the request is coming from. The getSpan method serves as a nice example of how you can create even more sophisticated custom span should you need to. In the next episode, we are going to cover the next signal, which is metrics.